The Psychology of Money. 9 Timeless Lessons for Building Wealth. Here are 9 most powerful lessons from The Psychology of Money. Introduction. When most people think about money, they think of numbers. How much you earn, how much you spend, how much you save or invest. On the surface, money looks like simple math, addition and subtraction. But if that were true, everyone who's good at math would be rich. And we know that's not the case. Because money is not only about knowledge, charts, or calculations, it's really about behavior. Think about it. How you react when the stock market drops. How you handle the temptation to spend when you see others living big. How patient you are when your money is slowly growing. All of these choices have little to do with intelligence and everything to do with discipline and emotions. The truth is, financial success doesn't belong to the smartest person in the room, it belongs to the calmest. The one who can be patient, consistent, and stick to good habits over time. In this audiobook, we'll explore 9 simple but powerful lessons about the psychology of money. These lessons are timeless. They don't require complex formulas or advanced knowledge. They require understanding yourself, your behavior, and your relationship with money. By the end, you'll see that building wealth isn't about luck or genius. It's about making simple choices over and over again that lead to freedom, security, and peace of mind.
Lesson 1. Wealth is what you don't see. When we think of wealth, most of us picture luxury, expensive cars, designer clothes, a big house in the right neighborhood. These are the visible signs of money. But here's the paradox. The people who look rich are not always wealthy. And the people who are truly wealthy often don't look rich at all. Wealth is quiet. It's not the flashy car in the driveway. It's the car not bought. It's the money still sitting in an investment account. It's the financial cushion that protects you when life throws a storm your way. The mistake many people make is confusing wealth with richness. Being rich is about spending. Being wealthy is about restraint. Richness is visible. Wealth is invisible. Richness fades the moment you stop earning. Wealth endures because it's built on savings, patience, and investment. Think of it this way. Every dollar you don't spend is a soldier that goes to work for your future. While the world praises outward displays of success, true financial strength is the capital you've quietly accumulated, unseen, untouched, but always working for you. A great irony of money is that the more you feel the need to show it, the less of it you probably have. The wealthiest people are often those who live below their means, quietly compounding their assets, while others exhaust their resources trying to prove a point. To build real wealth, shift your perspective. Don't chase admiration through possessions. Build freedom through savings. Because what you don't see, the silent, invisible foundation of money, is what gives you power, stability, and peace of mind.
Lesson 2. Compounding works like magic. Compounding is one of the simplest yet most powerful forces in finance. At first glance, it looks ordinary. Your money earns a return, and that return earns another return, and the cycle continues.
But over time, this quiet repetition creates something extraordinary. Think of a single snowflake rolling down a hill. At first, it seems insignificant, but as it gathers more snow, it grows bigger, heavier, and faster until it becomes a snowball of unstoppable momentum. That's what compounding does to money. Here's the beauty. You don't need to start with a fortune. Even modest amounts, saved consistently, can grow into something extraordinary if you give them time. The real magic of compounding doesn't come from brilliance. It comes from patience. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, built the majority of his wealth after turning 60. Not because his investments suddenly became smarter, but because he had been investing since he was a child and let time do its work. His fortune is not just the result of good decisions, it's the result of decades of compounding. Compounding rewards endurance more than intelligence. Many people underestimate it because its effects are invisible in the short term. A few years of saving may feel slow and unrewarding, but stretch that timeline across decades and you'll see how small choices made consistently can grow into life-changing outcomes. The lesson is simple but profound. Don't just save money. Leave it alone to grow. Resist the urge to touch it, to interrupt it, to cash it in too soon. Because compounding doesn't work with speed. It works with time. The secret isn't to find the perfect investment or time the market flawlessly. The secret is patience. Let your money work for you, quietly, in the background. Over years and then decades, the results will feel like magic. Though in truth, it's just the math of consistency, discipline, and time.
Lesson 3. Save for safety, not just spending. Most people think of saving money as a way to buy something in the future, a car, a house, a vacation. But saving is not only about consumption. At its deepest level, saving is about protection. It is about building a shield between you and life's uncertainties. Because life is unpredictable. Jobs can be lost. Medical bills can arrive without warning. Economies rise and fall. And when those storms come, savings are the lifeboat that keeps you afloat. But savings aren't just for emergencies. They are also what give you the freedom to make choices. With savings, you can quit a job that drains your energy. You can walk away from a toxic situation. You can take a risk, start a business, or invest in an opportunity without being paralyzed by fear. In other words, savings buy you flexibility. They give you room to breathe when others feel trapped. They give you the power to say no when most people are forced to say yes. That freedom is priceless. Think of savings as stored opportunity. Every dollar you keep aside is not just sitting quietly, it is quietly empowering your future self. It's not about being stingy, it's about being prepared. Spending brings short-term comfort. Savings bring long-term security. And the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can handle whatever life throws your way, that is worth more than anything money can buy. So don't see savings as a sacrifice. See them as the foundation of your independence. You're not just saving for things. You're saving for safety, flexibility, and freedom. And that is far more valuable than any purchase you could make.
Lesson 4. Freedom is the best thing money buys. When people think of money, they often imagine luxury, cars, travel, or status. But the greatest thing money can buy isn't a possession at all. It's freedom. Freedom means control over your time. It means waking up and choosing what your day looks like, instead of being forced into decisions just to pay the bills. Freedom means saying yes to what excites you and no to what drains you. That is the true dividend of wealth. Money used only for things will always leave you wanting more. But money used to buy options, to create space, to design your life, that money gives you power beyond possessions. Think of it this way. What good is a luxury car if you're stuck in traffic every morning heading to a job you despise? What good is a mansion if you spend every waking hour stressed about keeping it? Real wealth is not measured by what you own, but by how much control you have over your time. This doesn't mean you need millions to feel free. Even small savings and financial discipline can reduce stress, open choices, and give you breathing room. Every dollar you don't owe to someone else, every debt avoided, every saving built becomes a piece of your independence. The richest life isn't the one filled with the most possessions, is the one with the most freedom. Because at the end of the day, the real purpose of money is not to impress others, it's to give yourself the ability to live life on your own terms.
Lesson 5. Luck and risk are always there. We often celebrate success as the result of hard work, talent, and determination. And yes, those matter greatly. But behind every story of success, there is another force quietly at play: luck. Luck is being in the right place at the right time. It's meeting the right person who opens the right door. It's being born into the right environment, or stumbling upon the right opportunity when others never had the chance. Take Bill Gates, for example. He is undeniably brilliant and hardworking. But he also happened to attend one of the only high schools in the world with access to a computer in the 1970s. That opportunity, rare and lucky, changed the course of his life and the world. On the other hand, risk works the same way in reverse. Brilliant, disciplined people sometimes lose everything because of a downturn, an accident, or events completely outside their control. The lesson here is twofold. First, be humble about your success. Recognize that while effort is essential, luck played a role too. This humility will keep you grounded, grateful, and compassionate toward others. Second, be kind to yourself in failure. Just as success is not entirely your doing, failure isn't either. Risk is always present. Sometimes the cards simply don't fall in your favor, no matter how carefully you play the game. Understanding the balance of luck and risk helps you approach money with wisdom. It keeps you from arrogance when you win, and from despair when you lose. It teaches you to focus not on chasing perfection, but on managing what you can control: your effort, your discipline, and your decisions. In the end, money is not a perfectly fair game. But humility in success and resilience in failure will always put you ahead.
Lesson 6. Know what enough is. One of the greatest traps with money is the endless chase for more. A bigger house, a newer car, a higher salary. The moment we reach one milestone, our minds quickly fixate on the next. It's like running on a treadmill that never stops. The faster you run, the more exhausted you become, yet you never truly arrive. Here's the truth. If you cannot be happy with enough, you will never be happy with more, because more is a moving target. No matter how much you achieve, someone will always have more wealth, more status, more possessions. And if your happiness depends on keeping up, you'll always feel behind. Knowing what enough means for you is one of the most powerful financial decisions you can ever make. It doesn't mean giving up ambition or refusing to grow. It means drawing a line between what adds to your life and what only feeds your ego. Many people sacrifice health, family, or peace of mind in pursuit of more money. But what good is wealth if it costs you the very things that make life worth living? Enough is not about settling for less, it's about choosing balance, contentment, and freedom over endless desire. The richest person is not the one with the most money. The richest person is the one who feels content with what they already have. So ask yourself, what is enough for me? Not for my neighbor, Not for the world, but for me. Once you know that answer, you'll stop running in circles and start living in peace.
Lesson 7. Don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is one of the greatest thieves of happiness, and nowhere is it more dangerous than with money. The moment you measure your success against someone else's, you set yourself up for endless dissatisfaction. Why? Because there will always be someone with more. A bigger house, a flashier car, a higher salary, a lifestyle that looks perfect on the surface. But here's the problem. You only see the surface. You don't see the debts they carry, the stress that keeps them awake at night, or the sacrifices they've made to maintain that image. When you compare yourself to others, you're playing a game with rules you don't even know. Their values, their goals, their circumstances are completely different from yours. So how can you win a game that was never yours to begin with? True wealth is deeply personal. It's not about beating someone else. It's about building the life you want on your terms. For one person, wealth may mean retiring early and living simply. For another, it might mean starting a business or traveling the world. There is no universal scoreboard. The moment you stop comparing and start focusing on your own goals, money becomes less of a race and more of a tool. You'll find clarity, you'll find peace, and most importantly, you'll find that you already have more than you thought. The lesson is simple. Play your game. Define your enough. Build your version of success. Because the only comparison worth making is with the person you were yesterday.
Lesson 8. Behavior matters more than knowledge. When it comes to money, most people think the secret to success is intelligence, complex strategies, deep market knowledge, or advanced financial skills. But the truth is, wealth is not built on brilliance. It's built on behavior. Think about it. What good is knowing everything about the stock market if you panic and sell the moment prices fall? What good is a high salary if you spend every dollar trying to impress others? Knowledge can be powerful, yes, but without discipline, it's useless. The people who build lasting wealth are not always the smartest in the room. They are the ones with steady habits. They save consistently. They avoid unnecessary debt. They live below their means. And when markets rise and fall, they stay calm instead of making emotional decisions. Behavior is the true financial superpower. Anyone can learn it. It doesn't require a degree, a high IQ, or perfect timing. It requires patience, consistency, and self-control. The ability to stick to a plan when the world tries to push you off course. In the end, financial success is less about how much you know and more about how well you behave. Because while knowledge can guide you, it is discipline that carries you through the storms.
Lesson 9. The goal is peace, not just money. When most people chase money, they think the goal is to be rich, to collect more, to own more, to show more. But if you look closely, the real purpose of money isn't about having endless riches. It's about something much deeper, peace of mind. Money by itself is just numbers on a screen or paper in your wallet. Its true value comes from the life it allows you to live, the security to know you can handle an emergency, the freedom to spend your time the way you choose, the relief of not lying awake at night worrying about bills or debts. Wealth is not about showing off. It's about sleeping well. It's about walking through life with less stress, more choices, and greater confidence. Here's the irony. Many people destroy their peace by chasing money too hard. They work endless hours, sacrifice relationships, and burn out, all in the name of wealth.
But what good is money if it costs you happiness, health, or time with the people you love? The ultimate purpose of money is to serve you, not the other way around. Use it as a tool to build security, create freedom, and design a meaningful life. At the end of the journey, nobody remembers you for the size of your bank account. They remember you for the peace you carried, the choices you made, and the life you lived. So don't just aim for riches, aim for balance, aim for freedom, aim for peace. Because peace, not money, is the highest form of wealth.
Conclusion. At the heart of it all, money is not just numbers. It is psychology. It's about how we think, how we behave, and how we make decisions in the face of fear, greed, and desire. The lessons we've explored are simple, but they are timeless. Save regularly, not just to buy things, but to build safety and freedom. Be patient. Let compounding work its quiet magic over time. Stay disciplined. Behavior matters more than intelligence. Know what's enough. Contentment is wealth in its purest form. Focus on peace, not just riches, because true wealth is not measured by possessions, but by security, freedom, and balance. Remember, money is a tool. It cannot define your worth, but it can shape your opportunities. Use it wisely, and it can give you the most valuable thing of all, the freedom to live life on your own terms. True wealth isn't about impressing others. It isn't about chasing endlessly. True wealth is about peace of mind, independence, and the ability to choose a life that makes you feel whole. In the end, the greatest return on money is not the number it gives you. It's the life it allows you to live.